Welcome to MIngi Sports. I'm Randy Kamau. Kenya has gone down 6 places in the latest FIFA rankings released on Thursday. The Stars, who are yet to feature in any international match for the past 3 months, have found themselves dropping from position 123 from 117. Kenyan Deputy President William Ruto has paid for Gor Mahia's trip to Kisumu as they prepare to face Tusker in a league match on Saturday. A top Gor Mahia official revealed that the Deputy President had committed himself to sponsor the club to Kisumu by paying the return air ticket. Gor Mahia, who are topping the table standings, traveled to Kisumu and will be seeking to protect their unbeaten run against a struggling Tusker side. Manchester United are set to make a £25 million offer for Raheem Sterling, kicking off a transfer window arms race over the unsettled Liverpool star. United's first approach for the player was firmly rejected by their arch-rivals last month, but Louis van Gaal has refused to give up on Sterling, and United will further test the Anfield Chiefs' resolve by tabling a bid in the next few days. The Dutchman feels Sterling will move this summer because of his contract impasse with Liverpool and is determined to try for the England forward. While Liverpool will reject United's bid, their move could prompt neighbours Manchester City to make an offer of their own. They are long-term admirers of Sterling. England have emerged as favourites to host the 2022 World Cup. This is if Qatar are stripped of the rights following the corruption scandal that has rocked FIFA in the recent weeks. England, who have made an unsuccessful bid to host the Cup in 2018, stated they would be more than willing to step in if FIFA asked them to do so. The awarding of the 2018 and 2022 mega events to Russia and Qatar has been put into doubt following the corruption, racketeering and bribery charges that have been brought against top FIFA officials in recent days. In our Uefa Champions League sports wrap, Victor Masinde has more.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Randy. And this is the Champions League update. On today's update about what happened on Saturday is that we saw Barcelona triumphing over Juventus with 3-1. We saw Rakitic scoring the first goal, Suarez scoring the second one. Then finally, the closing minutes, we saw Neymar also closing the scoring. The player who came out outstanding was Andres Iniesta. So Andres Iniesta, he did a lot of touches. You could see that he emerged as man of the match. And the runs he was making the field, he has emerged as the best player of this season. He has made one of the many touches in the games this season. Another thing we could talk about is Carlos Tevez. Tevez did not do enough. We saw Carlos Tevez, I think in the second half is where he tried to threaten the goalkeeper, Stegen of Barcelona, of which he did not do enough as the Tevez whom we know of Juventus. As we're talking about Lionel Messi, all of us, we know how he plays, how he's very, very instrumental in every game. He kept the defense of Juventus on toes. Although he did not see the back of the net, he was very, very instrumental in all the 3 goals. You could see that the last score in which Neymar scored, he was very, very instrumental until the likes of Bazagli, the likes of even the likes of the defense, all the defense of Juventus did not know whom to handle because Suarez was coming from the other side. Messi's there, on the right, there's Neymar. All of them, they have a lot of pace. And from there the goal was found. On that also we talk about somebody whom also Juventus just, I beg your pardon, Barcelona recruited just recently from Sevilla. That is Ivan Rakitic. You could see that Rakitic was positioning himself very well. He could see the positions where there is some space, he could utilize it, and that is when you saw him scoring the first goal. Although Andres Iniesta was even in the position to score it, but from the experience which I know from Andres Iniesta, he saw that it is also good to give the Ivan Rakitic also to score. He has emerged as one of the successful players in the football regime. He was the man of the match last season with Sevilla, winning the Europa League. Now he has won the Champions League with Barcelona. He comes out as one of the successful players, joining the likes of Ibrahimovic, Zlatan, although he has never won the Champions League, although in every league Zlatan has been also very, very instrumental. Another person we also talk about is about Pogba. Pogba, the French international, is a very good player, as we saw him. He had a penalty claim in which the referee did not mind about it, although according to many views and the fans out there, I remember David Beckham tweeting saying that actually Juventus could have been given a penalty in that position, although the referee's decision is always the final one. Another person we also like to talk about is about Morata. We saw Morata is a good player, we saw him, but he lacks experience. He tried to play 1-2 there, although one thing which you also have to compliment him is that he kept Javier Mascherano on toes. He kept Mascherano on toes each and every time. You could see Mascherano having some confusions in which he could not handle him well. Although Barcelona, as we know, the team plays tiki-taka football in which Juventus could not manage to cap that. He was very instrumental. Morata, he scored the first goal. He was almost killing Barcelona, but unfortunately, Barcelona was a bit, it upped its game, and that's why we saw them scoring 3-0. We also talk about other players there, the veteran like Andrea Pirlo. Andrea Pirlo was also a good player in that game, but the problem came when he was losing a lot of balls. Every time he could make some touches here and there, we could see him losing the ball. And from there, you know, once you lose the ball to Barcelona, the likes of Iniesta, you will see what they can do to you. They know how to play 1-2 here and there, and you find that from that position, Juventus were helpless. They could not handle the pressure. Another thing in the midfield there, we could saw the likes of Pedro, the runs they make there, it is just very incredible. That any other team in the world tries to copy, but you cannot get. It's that only Arsenal in the England that tries, but striking force from Arsenal do not match it. But other teams in the football regime, Barcelona comes out to be very incredible. One thing which I also noticed is that Barcelona, also, they didn't know how to attack Juventus for the first time. They were not sure. They managed to score in the 4th minute, but from there, Juventus contained them very well. They contained very well. Arturo Vidal keeping Messi on toes. Patrice Evra doing very well on the left flank. But due to magicians of them, all the tactics, the skills that the boy called Lionel Messi from the Argentine, it was very impossible for Juventus to come out triumph. But all in all, they tried their best. Buffon in the goal, it was also very instrumental, trying to keep some saves, or else they could have been beaten 5-0. But Buffon also was doing a good job. From that, I'm going to hand you back to Randy to finish with you. Thank you very much. I've been Victor Masinde.
That has been your MIngi Sports. Have a nice day.